Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink, and I'd like to welcome you all back to Doomlink's Live Hunts. I think I updated that properly, yeah, so it should be part 105. We are going to do the usual, which is find a room. As per usual, very much in keeping with the spirit of random hunts, which has become live hunts at this point. I don't know who's watching or who's going to be playing, but I think it's a good way to start a video to just, find a room and maybe do a hunt with some random people anyway. And if things continue along those lines, then so be it. Like, I'm perfectly fine with that, but if people do want to play, then maybe I'll make my own room. That's generally how things go these days. Okay, so we're going to avoid the Nakakos farming room, and also the Hyper Silver Rat. Everyone's typing rat all of a sudden, I don't know what's going on. Maybe the universe is trying to tell me something. It's not so strange to say rat instead of Rathalos, or, rat instead of Raytheon. Although I do find it to be exceptionally, weird. Deviants, or devs in this case, maybe they're fighting the developers, I don't know. Devs. Suppose dev can be short for deviant, why not? Whoops, pressing the wrong button again. This guy's screaming about hunting White Fatalis. Seems like he had a person and no longer does. But I'm not feeling very supportive in this moment because the guy's HR 60. He obviously needs someone to host the quest for him. I was in his boat for a period of time, to be honest. I remember when the game came out, I wanted the White Fatalis arm set as my first endgame G-rank loadout. Hello, Bipolar Star. Welcome to the live stream, and hello, Juvenator. But yeah, so the series of, or to speak in chronological terms, the first armor set that I made in G-Rank was Rathalos X, and then I went to White Fatalis, but I went to White Fatalis at about HR 60, HR 70, something like that, and you don't get access to the quest until HR 100, so it was a bit of a task to find people who were over HR 100, of which there were not so many because the game was fairly new, and most of those people were those who had played a lot of Generations, it's worth mentioning, and, I just had to get people to host it for me. It wasn't an issue because I was comfortable finding the monster, and a lot of people of my Hunter Inc. were comfortable with finding the monster because a lot of those people who got Generations Ultimate at launch were the people who had played Generations, so they were fairly comfortable with playing the game, but I'm not saying that in any way aligns with this guy's situation. That's really what I'm trying to say. But it aligns in the sense that it's similar to what I did, but he might not know what the hell he's doing, because this is much later on in the game's lifespan, Well, Dread Queen 9 is not of interest. I could join this turns room, why not? Well, as always, every time I go to join a turns room, I'm too slow. It always ends up filling up before I can get in there. Silverwind Grind as one word. Farming Stuff. Well, this is maybe a turns room, I don't know. Farming Stuff, I suppose, is a turns room, because the assumption in this community is that any room that doesn't specify otherwise is a turns room. And I suppose what would constitute specifying otherwise would be, marking it as a specific monster for the objective. But if you don't have a monster objective, it's a turns room. It's just how it is. Oh great, Gay Bowser. That's a bit of an oldie but a goodie. Although I'm not sure if it's a goodie in terms of that reference, but anyway. I almost got into a fight in school, says Juvenator. Knock their blocks off, man. Go for it. Fucking destroy them. Well, avoid fights. Fights are no fun. I think the biggest fight I ever got into was I think 5 people versus me, and it didn't end well. That was a while ago. That was when I was in primary school. I went to a rough primary school, we'll put it that way. I recall being... well, that was an interesting situation. Well, I'm not going to tell that story. It was a weird one. Weird in the sense that I didn't actually do anything. Like, all of a sudden I found that I was surrounded by, like, 5 people and they all, you know, sort of, they almost ferried me to a location so that I may be beaten. I wasn't really beaten, it wasn't really a beating, so to speak. It was more of like a, let's rough him up. And they were unsuccessful ultimately in roughing me up, but they were successful in intimidating me. We'll put it that way. But, yeah, weird story. Autonomic is eating McDonald's, which is a nice update. What is going on in this room? These people must be communicating. Or at the very least, 2 of them must be communicating, because generally you don't get rooms like this. You don't have people just sitting in the room doing absolutely nothing in this game, because everyone understands that if nothing happens in a room for 3 minutes, it's over. You know, let's move on to something else. Now, I would be of the same mind, and probably am of the same mind in that regard, for the reason that I'm currently live and wanting to, you know, give you guys something entertaining to watch. This is not entertaining. Unless reading Gay Bowser over and over and over again in your mind is somehow entertaining for you. Or is somehow going to make up for the lack of action. Yeah, these guys do have weird hunter names. We've got someone screaming about love, we've got Gay Bowser, and I guess Dread King's fine. That Lord Zor guy's a fucking weirdo though, I don't know who would name themselves Lord Zor. What a fucking turnip. Okay guys, I'm sorry, you know, I am a patient person, but not when entertainment is the objective. Farming, that's where I just came from. Fatalis. Hosted by Solaire. No. Bangbros.com. Hosted by Christina? Christina hosting Bangbros.com. What is going on? Well, there was a guy that I hunted with not long ago, Autonomic, like, not last recording, but the recording before, I think, so part 103, who named himself Valstrax, so that's not too unusual. I think I hunted with someone who named themselves Celtus Queen, but couldn't fit the whole monster name in his name, so he ended up being Celtus Quee or something like that. That was also recorded. I don't remember exactly how he failed to shorten it, or rather how he failed to write it and therefore had to shorten it. But it was something along those lines. It was weird. It was like, well, if you can't fit the name in, don't bother. Just choose a different monster or come up with your own name. Why would you be so desperate to name yourself Celtus Queen that you'd be willing to butcher the name just to have it in there? I mean, it's a bit odd. This person is recruiting for Elder Dragon. Oh, that's Fatalis. I saw the recruit and the Elder Dragon part, but I did not see the Fatalis part until I had already pressed A to join. So, also thank you for the follow, Hoss. I feel like it's not the first time you followed me. That's a similar name to a name that I've seen before. But I'm assuming you are not that person that I'm remembering. Is this going to be another room where just nothing's going on? We've got Ramarin with the Prowler. Probably not their hunter name, just the cat name. We've got Hina using an alright set, I guess. Although, considering that it's triple slot dependent. Oh, I see. You're in the middle of building it right now. Well, that's appropriate. That's perfectly fine. We've also got Urza. Not the first person I've seen naming themselves after a fairy tale character in Monster Hunter. And you fuckers have got 60 seconds to actually, you know, do something. Because yes, in my case, the grass is greener on the other side. I mean, you know very well that I'm a patient person, but my patience only goes so far when I'm trying to record something. Entertainment is on the line here. It wasn't quite 60 seconds, but maybe 35. Anyway, chat plus hunt, and then a big smile. Sure. I don't know what quest these guys are doing, but we'll see. If it's something like Event Valstrax, I suppose I'll do it, but I'm not going to be impressed. It would be a shame if you guys you're taking the piss, you really are. Hyper high rank, why? Are you doing all quests or something? See what Ultima Weeb does. Ultima Weeb says no. That was a pretty firm no. I'm guessing this guy's doing all quests. I mean, I see no other reason why he'd be doing this. But I don't really want to do that. I don't think he's going to really care if I don't want to do it either. He's not going to have any trouble getting more people into this room, so... Well, goodbye. I'm not so desperate for a hunt that I'll do a high rank quest. Battle car farm, no thank you. Urza is now the only person in that room. I was going to say the only remaining person in that room, and then I changed my mind, so I ended up slurring my word rather strangely. Please join I'm lonely. Sure. Well, I can't ignore a plea like that. Let's give this person some attention. Fuck me. Is there at least a quest on the board, or is this just so that you don't feel lonely? Korik at Hunter Rank 10 is ready to post. He's the lowest Hunter rank, which means, in Monster Hunter terms, that he is the one who has the right to post, or something. It generally doesn't work that way. It generally works more along the lines of, I want to do things, so I post. And, you know. We've got, well, we went from hyper high rank Senator to just Senator. If this is what we've got, if this is what I get after spending a bit over 10 minutes looking for a room, then I'll take it, seriously. Do I have Blunt Thunder Dual Blades? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think I checked recently, so I'm not going to bother with that. How about... Blunt Thunder? I don't think I have Blunt Thunder or anything. Except for maybe a... No, I don't know. How about I use this thing? Grand Versa Axe. I will use my Blunt Longsword set, and it will be necessary for me to manually select my Hunter Arts. Do I want to use that? There was some other blast thing that was pretty good. Can't remember. Yeah, well, let's just use this. Oh, whoops. I did not do what I said I was going to do. And you know what that was, because I didn't... Was the quest removed from the... Some people are extremely strange. Some people are extremely strange. I mean, how could it be that at Hunter Rank 10, you don't even want help from someone who's at Hunter Rank 893? How can that be? How is that possible? You don't realize how stupid people are in this world until you're faced with their stupidity. You just assume that no person could be that dumb. But no, they exist. There is a human being sitting behind their Nintendo Switch right now, departing with 3 people when there are 4 in the room. The 4th person has been in the room the entire time, and the 4th person happens to be a very high Hunter rank, and happens to clearly be changing their weapon type. Like, why? You're not making a room, Juvenator. I'll make one if you want to play with me. Because more people will join off my Hunter rank than yours. But, like, again, I don't join these rooms because I can't make my own. It's not like, oh, I have to make my own room because no one else will hunt. It's not really like that, but, I mean, that's incredible. It's such a shame that it's not my own room, because if it was my own room, I could just kick them all and none of them would hunt. But it's precisely this reason that I never ready up until everyone's actually ready to go, because I don't trust the host. I never do. Because they do dumb shit like this. I don't understand the thought process behind this. Is the thought process A, I want to depart on this quest as soon as possible, or B, this person is taking too long, so maybe they're not coming, so we'll just depart anyway? Like, is that... I don't understand. Hello, Exio. It's good to hear that you're making progress. You think it's B? Well, I don't know. This person needs a good smack up the back of the head, that's all I can say. It's a shame I can't, you know, maybe I should wait for them and... No, I wouldn't do that. If I were playing in my own time right now, I'd wait for them to come back and absolutely fucking abuse him. I actually would. And whether he'd appreciate... he might not care if I were to do that. He might not even be able... I think he speaks English. I'd say he probably does, but... You know, I don't necessarily think it would traumatize him, but it would maybe make him think a little bit about what he's done, instead of just brainlessly doing things and seeing no consequences for it. Because at the end of the day, he's wasting my time, isn't he? I didn't have to stay in that room and change armor and weapons and whatever. That guy's a fucking fool. Alright, so let's do that. Almost fell asleep yesterday doing the Laoshan urgent. Sounds about right to me. The sad thing is that the Laoshan Lung urgent quest is technically more exciting in this game than it was in the past. But yeah, I'd like to think that it's quite obvious how low level this community is. I mean, really, we're dealing with people who are really fucking dumb. I don't have a high standard, you know, as long as you are not profoundly retarded, I'm okay. But there's a lot of people who reach that level in this community, I'm sorry to say. I don't ask for that. I'm presented with it almost every time I come into this game, and I almost wish it wasn't the case. Hello, Jack. What's going on with you? What am I looking at? How have you so perfectly fucked this up? This is one of the worst attempts I've ever seen at a Neset loadout. How has he managed this? It actually takes talent to only get one single level skill with all of these slots with a Neset loadout. I mean, that's shocking. He's only managed it through the talisman alone. None of what he has actually slotted, all of these decorations in other words, achieve nothing. Oh no, that's not true. He's getting points from... Excuse me, he's getting points from the... from 2 armor pieces into attack, but still, like... What the fuck? And he comes in and posts immediately. You are only serving to further... I mean, you are lending credence to my previous statement that there is an abundance of complete idiots in this community. Runs into a room and posts as soon as possible. I mean, I don't know... Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's get off that topic and hope that the next person who joins is slightly less puerile. Alright. Juvenator, you can post first. He posted G5 Snow Baron. G5 Snow Baron. He's like the kid who hasn't learned how to ride a bicycle with training wheels yet, but wants to get on a motorbike. He's that kind of person. Alright. So, for the moment, I'm keeping with this loadout here. I'll probably end up using this for whatever we do. You know, I don't ask for 20 minutes of nothing, but it happens that way. Unfortunately, it does happen that way. I think Trans/ then Demon Riot is the way we want to do that. I'm not used to having to equip these manually. I used to have armor sets that just had them on automatically if it was going to be the same armor set for 2 weapon types, but I just don't have the space for that anymore. I'm sorry to hear that you've been playing as a cat, Exio. I'm very sorry to hear that. Skip, says Juvenator. Okay, well, off you go, Autonomic. I can only pray that you've got a quest. Otherwise, oh, yeah, it looks like that's happening. Alternatively, I could, you know, set up a futon and just go to sleep or something. Okay, strutting, oh. Yeah, this quest that we failed last time. Let's depart with 3 on this one. Honestly. I remember I was just standing there, like, watching this monster trying to leave the area, and I'm like, guys, I think it's limping. And the monster was trying to leave the area for a good 5 seconds, and it just died, because the whole team was just wailing on it. Anyway. Well, the whole team minus myself. Let's hope to not have a repeat of that scenario. Okay. No exchanger today. I'll go for defense. Okay. This is a reasonable weapon. I'm happy with it. It's got enough sharpness to not have you worry so much about having to sharpen up at any point. And it's good for blunt. Didn't know if I wanted to say bludgeon or blunt, and so I eventually decided to say blunt, but I said it strangely. Alright, let's get out of here before a 4th person joins. I just don't want to deal too much damage to this thing. Well, here comes Jake. He's probably not going to contribute much anyways. Oh my fucking god. What's going on with this community? Are you for real? You don't like this quest, so you're going to go and post your own. You've got 3 people ready to depart on a quest. 3 people who've been in the room before you. And you... Well, that's fine. If he doesn't want to do the quest, that's fine, but that doesn't mean he should go and post his own. That's what it looked like he was doing. And I'm pretty sure he was going to do that, but then his brain engaged and he was like, whoa, that would be really fucking stupid to do that, so I'm just going to leave the room. And I congratulate him for being able to work out that much on his own, because a lot of people can't do that in this community. He's, you know, on a slightly higher tier than your average Generations Ultimate player. Slightly higher. Oh, fuck off, Soldiers. This is a really big Soldiers Queen. Look at the size of it. Oh my god. She's not usually this big. Look at the size of her. This has to be a gold crown. I don't think I've ever seen one this big. Unless I'm going crazy, but I do think this is a very large Soldiers Queen. I don't really know what you're doing. You've got bubbles coming out of your mouth. Don't even know what that means. I feel very confused. I've never noticed that she does that. If that's really obvious to you and something you've noticed before, well, I guess I seem rather foolish, but... Anyway, this one just seems absolutely gigantic, so... But yeah, it only took us a bit over 20 minutes to get into a hunt, so... No problem. Oh god. See, I can't really get out of the way of that. Even a small Soldiers Queen is hard to avoid when she's doing that. She's got a lot of width to her. Unfortunately, I was not able to reload my axe there. But yeah, with that guy, Exio, I didn't kick him because I always wait for the person to transgress before they are kicked. In other words, he hadn't actually posted a quest yet, so he hadn't actually done anything wrong. I let them post the quest before they get kicked. And it might actually help them to realize why they've been kicked, rather than, you know, being kicked before they've done anything wrong. And that situation is proof that just because you've gone and spoken to the quest giver doesn't mean you're going to post a quest. He reconsidered it. He worked it out all on his own that it wasn't the right thing to do. So in the end, I think he's better off for it. It's better that he isn't punished before making the decision, and everyone's happy. full sets are fine. Full sets are fine. He didn't have a full set. It kind of looked like it, but he didn't. He had a slight mixed set that was not a mixed set that had been strategically made. It was rather, I need defense, so I'm going to, you know, have some pieces of Arc and some pieces of Valstrax. But kicking people with full sets is not, I mean, that's not a nice way to go about it. People with full sets are perfectly within their rights to use full sets. They've chosen not to use Nesset, which I absolutely support, and they haven't gone and downloaded some software on their computer to make armor sets for them. That doesn't necessarily mean they're bad hunters, and quite frankly I've come across plenty of people who use full sets in that way who play just fine. So I'd say if you kick people on the basis of that, then that's pretty unfair. That's what I would say to that. And possibly not helping the community in doing so. If anything, you... I don't know. Yes, born in Kokoto, I am the same Lord Zor as the one from Hunsterverse. That is me. I don't record so much Freedom Unite and Portable Third. In other words, you know, the Hunterverse supported games, or Hunsterverse supported games, because I don't really have a good recording setup for PC gaming. But I do have a good recording setup for console gaming, therefore I'm usually recording, if it's a Monster Hunter game, 3 Ultimate or Generations Ultimate. I'm recording a lot of Generations Ultimate at the moment for the reason that I'm looking to reach Hunter Rank 999 soon. And by soon, probably not actually soon, but as soon as I can get there, I really should actually do a Hunter Rank. But yeah, I play Generations Ultimate fairly traditionally. I do engage in the Hunter art thing, but I don't use styles and all of that. I just use guild style, which is really just no style. I didn't just play... Oh, well, yes, I do occasionally record the PSP games. The reason why I do that is because I want to play them so badly that I will actually record them even though my PC setup isn't good enough. That's when my desire to play them has built up so terribly that I just can't help myself, but for the most part, no, I will not play them. But yeah, I did do Freedom. I actually did Freedom live twice. And, yeah, each time I was quite unlucky in getting people to play with, I think. Of course, in my own time, I generally don't have much difficulty finding people, but as soon as I want to record, no, there is a dearth in people to play with. It's ready for capture. I forgot it was a capture quest. I'm glad. That's just because I was too busy chatting away. Let's see whose trap gets used first. Looks like Autonomics, yes. Oh, I'm being attacked by the fucking Sulters. I don't quite know what I just saw. It seemed as if more than 3 tranks, or rather more than 2 tranks had been thrown, but she was not successfully captured until she was hit once. Because I heard the sound of something being hit. Maybe it was the Celdus being hit. I don't know. That was a confusing capture. That didn't look quite right. But whatever. I won't question it. Well, I've already questioned it, but I suppose what I mean is that I won't question it further. Alright, well that's that quest out of the way, thank God. We'll try to get a 4th this time. But yeah, that's the best case scenario. You don't want too much damage on the team with a capture quest of this nature. Alrighty. But yeah, I don't get too many people from Hunsterverse watching me live. I don't think there's much of a community of people on Hunsterverse that actually look to see who's live. It's only a small group of people who do that, and it seems that most of them don't really contribute in the chat anyway, so... That was a Silver Crown Lounge. Okay, I must be going crazy then. I thought that was an absolutely colossal Celdus Queen. Maybe I'm just used to fighting really small ones, or my memory is fucked, or something like that. I don't really know. Again, looking for Exchanger. It's not looking too good. Nope. If Juvenator's not posting, then Auto can continue posting. I'm not going to give a turn to Azrael Wolf until he's done one of our quests first. I'll say hello to him. And let's check his set. There you go. Someone who's actually succeeded in making the full Valstrax set, as opposed to putting 2 pieces of the Shakaru Magala armor set in there to completely neuter the effectiveness of the set. You need 2 Crimson Eyes. Well, that... I can imagine what's going to happen there. We'll be doing some fucking Crimson Fatalis. Well, what we can do... yeah, sure then. I can do... I'm sorry, Azrael Wolf. Well, I will actually tell him. I'll inform him of why he's being kicked. And he's even nice enough to say, may I pick a quest? I mean... Well, I'm sorry, man. This is not going to stop me from removing him for Vernon, but it is going to encourage me to inform him of why he's being kicked. Sorry, kicking for a friend is what I will say. Kicking for a friend. Fuck. Ugh. I hate this shit. How am I supposed to... I'm just short of characters I need. Sorry, kicking for a friend. Bye-bye, Azrael Wolf. Oh. Yeah, if I was kicking him because I didn't like his setup or anything like that, he'd just be kicked and he wouldn't be informed. But, yeah. Yes, it's an open hub, Kokoto. Essentially what I do is if 2 people want to play with me, it's sort of a minimum of 2, obviously 3 people can play with me if they want to, but if 2 people want to hunt with me, I will make a room for them, and then there'll be 1 spot open to random people. Sorry, 1. But yeah, there'll be an open spot to anyone that wants to join this particular room, and then if there is a 4th person who wants to play, or, you know, 4th for this team, 3rd in terms of the number of people playing with me, then that slot will be reserved for them. Try to break the... Oh, Juvenator's gone and posted his quest, is that right? My turn now. What? Stop at 1. Are you trying to join, Vernon? I didn't read what you had said. 1. I didn't read what you had said, but... Oh, you're 1 in the game. I'm sorry, I didn't know that was you. you have to let me know if you're 1. But I'm sorry to say, Kokoto, that I do have Vernon trying to join. I can rotate you in, definitely. I'm happy to play with you. It's just I need to know that you want to play and that you are this person joining the room. Otherwise, I have no idea. I just assume that you're a random person trying to join the room. But yeah, I can try to get you in later. I need a drink of water. I'll be back in a moment. It was just a little parched. Okay. But yeah, again, the best way to get into a room with me, if there are, you know, people vying for that last spot is to communicate openly, because otherwise I just don't know what you're trying to do or even who you are or any of that. So, I'll go hunting horn. I'm in the mood for hunting horn. And dragon. Oh. The end is nigh. Yeah, the end for you. The end is nigh for you, Crimson Fatalis. Hopefully. That's not just wishful thinking. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. Juvenator, but sure. Sure. Getting ever so closer to Hunter rank 900, and that'll be the final stretch, basically. Don't try to make sense of it, Autonomic, he was making a bad joke. And he's allowed to make bad jokes. Everyone has a right to be unfunny. Oh, well, you managed to get me with that buff shot, I will mention. I suppose I should have waited for you to do that, but you did manage to get me. Okay. Getting it nice and close. And by the time I'm done playing this song, whoa! You could see that even rolling immediately out of the way of that wasn't good enough. I still got hit by it. But yeah, what I was going to say was, hopefully by the time I've played this song, everyone will be ready to receive it, and that did end up being the case. I just wasn't expecting to get hit so quickly out of playing that song after having started that sentence. Oh no, this was a bad idea. Bad idea. At least you guys have attack up now. And of course I'll do defense up as well. That will happen. Oh, whoops. I'm getting caught in the snap and drag because I'm not used to him actually being able to turn his whole body in a specific direction while performing a snap and drag. Usually it's unidirectional, but he moves his body from side to side. But in this game he can actually turn his whole body in a direction. That's why I was hit there. I was trying to go up alongside him and that did not work. Whoops, playing the wrong note. This is really dangerous. Ugh. Yep, see, and I was also pushed into that by the movement of the tail, which didn't make anything any easier. If I'm going to play songs, I have to make sure that I'm somewhere safe. That was the reason why I got hit by that. There was nothing I could have done. So the solution is not to put oneself in a situation where nothing can be done. That is the solution. So, there you go. Whoops. Here I am playing the wrong notes again. He was getting ready for a tail swing there. Can you not do that? Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to encore that. That was totally unnecessary. Rather good flinches, though, I will say. When he does this, I'm just getting out of there. I have no interest in being anywhere near that crap. See, I was pushed off target by his bodily movements. What I really should be doing is timing the turnaround. So when he turns to face me, I am in position to hit the head. Good flinch. I'll probably need to top up attack up large momentarily. Reset the timer, whatever you want to say. Whatever leaves no room for misunderstanding. I have to be ready to not get caught in this. Why would you do that? Bloody bastard. He actually flinched me with his arm. I don't know if it's safe to do this, but I'm doing it anyway. It's a high priority. Good flinch. Because that served to ensure that I would not be attacked. Almost got Sonic Smash ready. What I'm going to do is actually hold off on using it for the mount that will no doubt come eventually, but I'm thinking it's about time for that mount, so it'd be better to save it for when I can hit the head. That's what I think. That was a funny situation there. In other words, he managed to perform the animation enough to hit Juvenator, but he was ultimately flinched out. Trying to catch up to that back leg is impossible, as you were able to see. I'm not in the position to hit the head here, but I will get the hell out of the way. It's not worth getting in close to attack him when he's doing that. Or once he's begun summoning the flaming meteors. If you're trying to flinch him out of doing it in the first place, then that's fine to attack. But don't stick around. I'm going to reset the timer for attack up. Okay. Hopefully we'll get that mount soon. I don't know if Vernon's getting successful mounting attacks off. There it is. Oh, I thought that was it. I hope he wasn't flinched out of it somehow. Otherwise that'd be pretty awful. Get out of the lava. There's no time for a lava bath. That's me trying to hit the head. I was unsuccessful in that. Well, I'm just going to do Sonic Smash. At this point, I'd be better off charging the next one, you know. I think I ended up hitting you with that, Vernon. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'd be better off charging the next one. That was so fucking close. Rolled out of the way of one and straight into another one, but managed to roll them both. Which was pretty good. I'll take that. Thank you for not continuing your attack in my direction. Uh-oh. I can't avoid that. It didn't matter where I tried to roll there, I would have been hit, so I can't roll backwards. If I could roll backwards, I would have been fine. There goes autonomic. And I understand. I understand the death. It's a rather nasty maneuver that Fatalis does there. Hey, there's the mount. Try to hold it for Autonomic to get in. It would be terribly unfortunate if, after taking so much time to get the mount, we couldn't have everyone dealing the damage. I'm going to get attack up large on the go, just so that Autonomic can be buffed. Or not. I guess that wasn't possible. Or something. Well, that's exceedingly unfortunate, but whatever. Can't always have perfect timing. I was hoping that Juvenator would be able to get that flinch. Of course, he'd be doing a bit more damage in that moment than me. Good hunt, though. It's always nice to have the Fatalis spread his legs open for you when you're trying to get in there and carve away with your knife. Come, start with my balls. Which is a translation of his intention into the words of man. Not that you needed that. But I think I need Crimson Fatalis as well, you know. I think I need some Devil Eyes. Alright. Just thought I'd give a farewell bonk, as they say. 2 eyes aren't too difficult to get. There's 1. There's 2. I believed, yeah, Devil Eye Plus should be the rare, right? Alright, yeah, no, that's fine. I'm used to mounting Fatalis with mounting, or, well, not mounting Master, but rather Rodeo God from 4 Ultimate, in which case it was not a problem at all to hold a mount, because Rodeo God was ridiculous, but yeah, I haven't really mounted Fatalis without that skill. I can't remember what I needed my eyes for. I think it was one of the Crimson weapons. I think I was making it for Bludgeoner. Let's see which one it was. I think it was exactly that I needed. It wasn't that. Must be the... It's not that. I made that. I'll find it. Maybe I didn't... Maybe it's the hammer. What would it be? It's not... What I could do is I could check my equipment forging. What would it be? I feel like it's not the switch axe. There is no switch. Oh no. Ruiner's Bane. I swear there was something that maybe it was... It might have been theirs. Maybe this was for a... Might have been theirs. But that doesn't sound right, because there's no obvious eye requirement yet here, so this is very confusing. I definitely needed an eye for something. Here it is, baby. I was right about it being the gun lance, and I was right that I had visually seen that there was a requirement for Devil Eye Plus, and there it is. So that means that that will probably be the first weapon that I'll be able to use with Blunt Gun Lance. And I think I've made a Blunt Gun Lance set? I should have. No. Oh, yes. Doomlink, you can try opening your eyes. I hear that helps. So yeah, obviously, in terms of sharpness, it's almost nothing with blue and white, so obviously this will work perfectly fine with a blunt set. I'm going to register this because the endgültige Wahrheit is not in any way appropriate for a gun lance set, or excuse me, appropriate for a blunt gun lance set. I swear this gun lance looks taller in this game. I don't know, looks taller. Maybe it's not. I think it's slightly taller. Are we taking turns? I think so. But we can do that twice, I don't mind. That's up to the group. Hello, Potato. I am expecting you to notify me immediately when you are available to play World at War, because I'm awaiting. My friend, I'm awaiting. There goes Juvenator. I think it's Juvenator's time. It's no, this is... Did you disconnect? Oh, there must have been a disconnect that took place. I understand. You can play next week? Well, you better let me know. I'm guessing these guys disconnected from me. I don't think that was them intentionally leaving. Although I will ask, probably in the next, let's say, 3 hunts, or something like that, I will ask someone to rotate out for Born in Kokota, who is someone else who wants to hunt, and I'd like to hunt with him, quite frankly. That is if he's still around. Juvenator responds with 4 question marks. Disconnecting from a room isn't that unusual, Juvenator. It's kind of, you know, the internet and things like that. Anyway. What's the plan of action? I suppose I have to make a decision. We will do it in turns, and we'll go Vernon, we'll go backwards through the list. We'll go Vernon, Autonomic, Juvenator. Juvenator having just posted one, so that means we are going from player 2 to player 4. So that means Vernon will choose now, if he has something he wants to do. And once we have reached Juvenator again, I will try to touch base with Born in Kokota, if he's still watching. And if he's not, then we will continue without change, without any changes. Generally, I find it very common that someone will express a desire to play, and they will not stick around for long enough to eventually be able to play. Oh yeah. Well, it's G3, at least we don't have to do that fucking G2 quest, oh my god. If anyone wants to eat for insurance, let me know, so then I don't eat for it. Because that's usually the insurance special. It's when, like, one person eats for it, doesn't let us know, and then a few people eat for insurance when they could have otherwise eaten for something else, and then it ultimately is a waste of a set of skills or whatever. But I'm still looking for Exchanger. Transmog, I think, begins at HR break, Exia. I don't think it's possible to do it before then. But yeah, HR break should be when you can do transmog. It's possible that you can do it earlier on, but if you can't do it now, then that would be the reason why. Well, let's have a look and see. Yeah, it falls upon me to eat for insurance, then that's fine. Insurance and medic. Transmog gets a bit a bit tiresome after a while. I made one transmog set and that was already enough work for, well, two technically. But only one that was crafted. The other was just, you know, transmogging the pieces of another armor set onto a different armor set. There wasn't much mixing and matching of pieces to make it look good. But, yeah. Actually, can I do anything with this triple slot? Doesn't look like it. Sadly, a hearing, unless... No. No, it wouldn't be 6 points in a triple. No, definitely not. So... Oh well. Nothing can be done. Yeah, there's a lot of collaborations, actually. In all Monster Hunter games, there are lots of collaborations, particularly in the Japanese versions, but this one has, I think, the most... You can have Mario and Sonic cats, and... There's, like, Legend of Zelda stuff, there's Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff, there's Detective Conan stuff, there's Fairy Tail stuff, there's... all sorts of stuff going on. Unfortunately, nothing relating to Mahou Sensei Negima, or, Inuyasha, because obviously that was from a bit of a different generation. But, that's alright. Oh yeah, that's right, there is a Dark Magician cat, isn't there? Go away, Kelby. I don't think that Kelby can wake the monster up, but I'm a bit concerned about it. Yeah, the Inuyasha sword is in Portable Third, and also Try. I think Tenebra was the Western version of the Tessaiga. In other words, the weapon that ultimately replaced it. Am I the one guy with bombs here? Juvenator. I was gonna do a fucking wyvern fire. Whatever. But, yeah, I think it was Tenebra that replaced it. Don't believe Tenebra was in the Japanese versions. Although I think Tenebra... I don't know. No, it's fine. All good. We all make mistakes. The good thing about it was that the bombs did serve as the wake-up. You didn't actually physically hit the monsters, so... As a detonation, that was fine. Can you get out of this shit? Fucking hell. Like, the monster is on the ground and I'm all bubbled. Anyway. Sorry if I hit you, Juvenator, I can't really help that. Actually gonna do this to ensure that I'm well in the orange before doing my Wyvern Fire, which I will do at the closing of the mounting process. And I'm going to point this away from the head so that other people can deal damage. I'm sorry if I hit anyone with this. I fortunately did not hit Juvenator with that. I'm happy to see that. I don't mind being flinched, that's par for the course. Oh. Didn't want to get caught in that. That's why I made that very constipated sounding noise. I was expecting it. So I suppose you don't get a heavy shot when you do that. It's just a normal shot. I'm of course referring to dropping attacks. So damage with Bludgeoner is 324 with 50 blast, which is pretty good. 50 blast is no joke. He's keeping my shield up. I don't trust a thing of what you're doing, mister. wanted to get my combo out, what can I say? I probably could have done a life powder there just to... I will do one, actually. Just to top everyone up. A few people are a little bit low, so I may as well. Shut up, mate. Is my... Yep, my Wyvern Fire is recharged. Oh, I didn't actually mean to do that. And in the end, I managed to get it off. That's what's important, but... What I had actually intended to do was reload, but I had accidentally pressed X as well as A. So, that was a bit awkward, but again, it worked out in the end. That's what's important. It's quite easy to get caught in that attack. There's the tail. Again, I won't sharpen up until I reach orange. Sorry if I hit you, Jubilee. Fortunately, I didn't. That's good to see. I don't think he's going to last much longer. I'm sorry, Vernon. I really was attacking this part of the body so as not to be in the way of anyone, but I guess you were on the back legs. That's why I was staying away from the weak point. Anyway. Where's that tail? There it is. That big, fluffy looking thing. Well, yeah, that's Gunlands. I avoid excessive shelling, because excessive shelling usually results in messing up the team for not much damage, but those heavy shots, yeah, I'm going to go for the heavy shots and just pray that no one happens to be around when I do them. Yeah, I think Born and Kokoto left, which is whatever, I can't control that. Yeah, Valor style is just a mess, honestly. Throws the balance of the whole game out the window. And the thing is, I've always used guild style and I've never felt as if I'm not dealing enough damage. So, it's not like the whole game is balanced around the damage that Valor deals, which translates to Valor is really, really fucking strong. So, yeah, because they haven't even balanced the game around it. You're just dealing ridiculous damage and the monsters will die. So, that's the situation. I'm not even going to get started on that conversation, Exio. Not even going to get started. So, Autonomic's turn is next. There we go. There's Exchanger. Let's hope that the chef being fired up will be sufficient. Thank you, chef. Nocilla and Malfestio. Right here. So I probably won't go for Element. I know Malfestio is not really weak to element. So... let's see what Vernon's doing. Paralysis. Okay, so I won't. I'll go Raw Greatsword, how about that? Actually, you know what I'll do? I'm always using the Toyohisa sword, so I'll use Martyr. I never use Martyr these days, I don't know why. I think it's because I don't often go Raw Greatsword, and for that reason, I would rather just use the Toyohisa sword. Toyohisa I use with Sharpness +1, Martyr I use without Sharpness +1. Okay. I did eat. Oh, goodness me. Primal Forest Fears. Well, do you have a set for Lance? Well, yeah, that works well enough. What is it about Lance that you don't like? Lack of mobility? I'm gonna check weapon usages. I haven't checked in a while. I've got a lot of uses for light bowgun. It's because of all that elemental bowgunning that I do. I should use bow more, honestly. I don't find myself using bow all that much these days. I don't know why. Must have gone off it. You're wearing the set that you were wearing when we first met, apparently. Oh, I didn't know you were using the black set back then. Righty-o. Oh, it's being tripped by teammates. Well, at least you got two people. Well, you've actually got a greatsword team here, so you should be alright. It's not like you've got people running dual blades or longsword or anything like that. You'll still be tripped, that's just what happens, but yeah. Oh, I agree, getting flinched by teammates is pretty bad for DPS, but... I live with it. The solution is, indeed, not to use Lance at all, unfortunately. What are we hunting? I guess we'll start with Nocilla then. Very well. Got two people running Martyr, which is always fun. Hate it when she does that sort of skirting attack where she very successfully evades greatsword maneuvers. Oh my, you are so annoying. The way she moves is so inappropriate for greatsword. Absolutely inappropriate. I actually shouldn't go for level 3 charges. Oh, well, I can go for a level 3 under these circumstances. Fuck off, you pink monkey piece of shit. Who's got the pack? I mean, seriously, Conga, get the fuck out. I'm killing you both. Get out of here. I do not often take the time to kill small monsters. Yeah, this is brilliant. I've never been so fucking annoyed by a Conga in my life. Get the fuck out of here. Unbelievable. Wasting my sharpness on Congas. That's what we're dealing with right now. I didn't expect Nocilla to be such an annoying monster to fucking greatsword. I'm sure I've done it in the past, but I don't know, maybe I'm just having a bad day. Settle for level 2. And even level 2 wasn't really achievable. I'll continue with blue sharpness, yeah. Well, there goes that one. Unsurprisingly. Rejuvenator has no time to carve. I don't need Nacilla stuff. Until he needs to forge some decoration that requires Nacilla things. And then he'll be like, oh shit, I should have carved after all. I'm going the wrong ass way. I don't know, where is this direction? Where's that going? Is there really a place to go there? I don't fucking know. Okay, well, we want to go here anyway, so... I don't even know that pathway. Must lead to that small area. With the cats. If you could get out of the way, Slagtoth, that'd be really good. I'd be extremely appreciative of that. Trying to hunt the monster. This is a much more comfortable hunt for Greatsword. The Slagtoth actually thinks that he's defending his territory. In actual fact, he's being an absolute waste of space. Well, I successfully rolled through the physical impact of him landing, but was unable to avoid the jinx, or whatever you want to call it. I think it's jinx, I'm not sure. That's probably not the official term. It's confusion, excuse me. I'm getting confused with... Speaking of confusion, I'm getting confused with jinxed cat. Yeah, with me trying to use Brimstone Slash. That should have dealt with damage, I'm hoping anyway. I don't think he's going to last much longer. I'll give it 10 seconds. Well, more like 1 second. That Slagtoth fucking survived. It's your lucky day. I wouldn't ruin it now. I'd relax if I were you, because you're safe now. If you want to keep swinging your fucking tail around, then you're going to spoil it for yourself, because you'll be dead. Wasn't able to carve your friend. You know what? It's okay. Oh, well, look at that. Look at that. That's what you get, mate. You likely would have been left untouched, but instead your death came swiftly. I like this area though. Got the marshlands over here. It's good. Oh, there's a Slagtoth running along. He's also upset. You guys need to relax. You have no reason to be upset. Unless he's getting upset on the behalf of his friends who've been killed. I don't know. I'll tell you what. Your friend almost survived, but he ruined it for himself. Oh. And now 4 Crimson Fatales again. What should I use this time? I won't use Dragon Light Bowgun. I was wanting to use Elemental Light Bowgun, but I won't use Dragon because I don't find Fatalis to be a good monster to pierce through. At least not elementally, so I might use a bow, seeing as though I was talking about not using bow. Rapid bow, I guess. Rapid dragon. That's my rapid dragon bow. Can't remember. Let's find out together. Is it you? No. I mean, what I should be doing, if I don't remember what... No, it's not. It's not that. I was thinking it could be the Polestar Tangaroa. But, yeah, if you don't know what bow is what, you need to equip the load up set so that you can confirm that way. Alright, this is what happens when you've got a lot of bows to choose from, you know. I think it's this. I think it's Bow of Vice and Violence. I'll just confirm. It's Rapid level 3. Magnestar Will. This is it. This is it. Alright. That was Gold Crown Large Malfestio. I'm not keeping up with that stuff. Alright. There's Exchanger and Unlucky Cat, unfortunately, but... It may not be necessary to get Unlucky Cat, we will see. We will see. There we go. There's Exchanger right there. I think that'll do us. It's on the attack skill, which I didn't really want. I was being thoroughly spoiled by checking for Exchanger in defense up, which would mean a third chance to get Exchanger, and I got it. Exchanger and Moxie, in fact. That's pretty crazy. I'm really quite chuffed. Okay. So, you know, this pickaxe, I'll leave it there. Not like I'm going to use it for this particular run, but anyway. So, power and element level 2, as well as level 1 for element. I will go and purchase those now. Could have gotten them out of the box, but I clearly don't have that presence of mind. That'll do. I don't find myself using Dragon Rapid all that much, or Rapid Dragon. I'm gonna stretch, and consequently, I'm gonna duck under the webcam, except not really. Excuse that rather unsightly display. That'll do. We'll start with elemental coating, shall we? Alrighty. Good day to you. I was not actually intending on getting anything like Moxie, but I was lucky enough to get it with Exchanger, which was a shock to say the least. Give me head, says Juvenator. I don't know who you're requesting this from, but it is not a service that I provide. Anyway. I'd better drink and make a dash juice. Bit too close. If I get the neck, it's fine. I should just be going for the neck, if not the head. If the head doesn't seem like I can... If the head seems too much for me to reach, then I'll settle for the neck. I don't mind getting the wings in the end. Fatalis, you got your face right in my face. Now on to element level 1. Wasn't going to do tactical retreat there. I've got tactical retreat if it's needed. So if it looks like I'm being in any way unsafe, that would be why. It's because I know I've got tactical retreat for when I need it. Shouldn't be necessary now, so I'm ready to avoid this. That ended up being a pierce shot because I wanted to get the head while it was there. Okay, I really should actually aim the shot. I hear that helps. It's just a rumor that I heard one day. Whoa. Missed a snap and drag over here. Well out of critical distance, but at least I'm hitting the weak point. I will go for single shot there. I don't need a tactical retreat this one, so... Well, I didn't think that I needed to, but apparently I did need to. Whatever. I must have good fire res. Let's check the fire res, shall we? It is +3, which, you know, that... As far as I'm concerned, that translates to good fire res, because... it's negative resistance that I'm used to. I'm used to having, like, negative on everything. A lot of... That's one of the bad things about doing a mixed set. It's that sometimes you can get bad resistance in everything. Just because the armor pieces have different resistances, and so you get negative points in basically everything. It can work in the opposite way, but generally not, I find. Maybe I'm just unlucky. Well done. That'd be a good spot for him to be dropped. Yes, sir. Out of critical distance just slightly. Very good. Double break on the head. Uh-oh. To keep with sexual innuendo, he's backing up on me. That was a rather mighty meteor that just crashed to Earth. Oops, there's Pierce again. It's not like I'm doing no damage when I do Pierce, but it's not quite what I'm looking for. Oh, fuck off with the tail. Because it whips so quickly, you can fairly successfully roll through it, but... yeah. I think the wings are broken. They look a bit broken to me. Maybe they're... no, I don't think they are. They could be, but they could not be. Because, you know, they do look a little bit wounded, don't they? But, oh, well... The reason why I didn't roll that was because I didn't realise it would have such width to it. Had I rolled, I would have cleared it. I was correct that I needed to evade to the left side, but I didn't roll because I thought it would be fine, but it was not fine. And the reason why Moxie didn't work is because I'm quite sure that Moxie does not save you from elemental damage, which that was. Moxie will save you from physical damage that exceeds the amount that would allow you to survive. But, yeah, unfortunately, that was not physical damage. Which is why Moxie didn't proc. And that was something that I had to learn through experience. Sad as it is. I'm probably going to need Mega Dash Juice. My hope is that... Well, no, we're not even at the 10-minute mark yet. I'll drink one. I just don't like using more than one Mega Dash Juice per time. Feels like a bit of a waste. Oh, fuck me. It's not a good time to be flinched. I needed to shoot my arrows and get out of there, and I was instead standing still, not having shot anything. That was less than ideal. Probably still in a dangerous spot here. Go for another shot on the face. Obviously I'm not doing the power shot because that would keep me in place for too long and end up getting hit under those circumstances. I'm now out of coatings. Ended up with Pierce again. Good flinch. Probably shouldn't have kept myself in one place like that. That was dangerous. Here I am doing it again. Naughty. Naughty Doomlink. I still can't decide whether or not those wings are broken. I'm pretty sure when they're broken it's more obvious than that. It could go either way. You motherfucker. Well, today's not my day, guys. I'm too busy staring at the wings to realize that I'm in danger. You broke them a while ago. Okay, so that is the broken appearance. I could see holes in the wings, but I wasn't sure if they were there normally. My behavior is fucking... well, my play is awful. I'm not having another fucking Mega Dash Juice. That's ridiculous. I'll be extremely pissed off if we fail this hunt, and it will be mostly my fault. Because I'm playing like a fucking retard. Alright. I'm particularly pissed that Moxie didn't proc the last time. Whatever. Bit of a waste of a max potion, but whatever. But I think that was a faster hunt than the last one, technically. Would have been faster if I wasn't having to travel from camp to here. But whatever. No, says Juvenator. Well, okay, sorry. just felt faster then. Well, let's see how many devil eyes I get this time. Maybe 3. Seeing as though I don't need them anymore, I'll probably get 4. See what we can... It's not possible to get. I mean, you'd think that it wouldn't be possible to get more than 2. He's only got 2 eyes, but... 2 devil eyes. Okay. Well, I'll take them. Quite happily. Not break the corn again. Ugh. That's a bit of a... That's an oldie but a goodie at this point. Break the corn. I was informed that corn is horn in French. So... Because I remember... It was over a year ago by now, but... You know, we were playing with a guy. And he was like, break the corn. And I'm like, that was a typo, right? But he kept saying it. He was like, break the corn, aim for the corn. I'm like, you dick. It's horn, not corn. And then someone in my chat was like, actually, it's corn in French. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, it was a bit weird, though. Break the corn. Yes, well, French does not have umlaut O's, as I understand. Bajul. There's Exchanger again. Exchanger twice in this line alone. What the fuck? That's rare. I'm being flooded with Exchanger at the moment. I'll take it, really. I'll take it. Would I rather Specialist or Temper? No, I'm fucking blind. Black Belt or Specialist? Specialist, I guess. Which means that I'll probably go Status. Except I won't. Oh, I forgot. I forgot. There you go. Autonomic. Okay, what shall be used this time? How about lands? But do I have... There goes Juvenator again. Now, is this a disconnect or is it him fucking off as he does? I really don't know. Okay, what can I use that's... No, I don't really want Holy Protector lands. Do I have a... Oh, well, I could try and upgrade this. I think... No, I don't think I can upgrade this. Hold on. Am I still in that group? I think I just got pinged in a group that... Oh no, this group is fine. This group is quite fine. There we go. So... aside from that distraction... I'm assuming that I cannot upgrade this lance, because it will require, like, low-rank pieces that I don't have. This, I do need to make, but I don't have any Dragonite. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I plan to use this with a blunt lance set, but, yeah, that's not happening right now. Dio Stinger, where art thou? There you are. Okay, I can actually upgrade that. What the fuck was I missing? Or whatever. Only question. Let's see how far we can go. I don't know which of the two that I want. It depends. I think I was going to use this with blunt lance, wasn't I? In which case I think the standard is what I want, isn't it? I have to check. Have to check to see which one has the lower sharpness, I think. I'm pretty sure I was intending on making this for blunt lance. So, we want monster and a double cross dex. Weapon. Lance. Filter, slime, fully upgraded. La Bomba Stinger. Sticker, you dick. Allbrack Annihilator. Okay, I probably was not intending to make that for Bludgeoner. I don't think so. No, I definitely wasn't, because I have the Crimson Fatalis one for Bludgeoner, that's right. So, based on the sharpness, and I don't think I have sharpness skills with my Lancet, do I? I do not. So, I will therefore go for Allbrack Annihilator, because the other one's just not good enough. So that means we are taking these. What am I doing with myself? I am going here. I'm upgrading you in the Rarity 6 path. Let's see if I've got enough stuff. This is, of course, the Light Break. In fact, let's see how Light Break compares. No, I'm definitely going Allbrack Annihilator. Allbreak ends up with an additional 6 points of blast, but is sitting at 290 attack versus the 320 from this one, and I will take the greater roar. That is definitely the way to go. Okay. I should have what I need. Got plenty of Brachydios Cortex, and I will part with one of my 11 Palliums. Equip now. I apologise that this is taking so long. Alright, catch you later, Juvenator. Again, one has long since departed. Which is sad, you know, it's sad that a person who can't play with me right now isn't willing to wait. And if they're not willing to wait, it'd be nice if they said so, but anyway. No, well, what I mean by that is that they say, well, I'm gonna head off then, bye-bye, you know. Instead, I'm sitting around like a dick going, if you're here, you can play, you know, all that business. Like, fuck me. Hey, Blue Barn. Blue Barn, if you are able to play, I think you're one of the people who does play. You're welcome to join if you'd like to. What was I going to do? I was going to do something. I had come here for a reason. And I can't remember what the reason was. Damn it. Well, whatever. There was a reason. Doesn't matter. This is a good weapon. And I'm glad to have made it, and I apologise for taking your time in making it. Alright. But yeah, it's such a beefy looking lance. No, a spot is open now, Blue Barn. If you want to play, then get ready, because I'll kick for you. This JoJo fan guy is a random, who seems to have, yeah, he has absolutely terrible connection to me. He will be kicked on the basis of him having terrible ping. Because you saw that. He teleported from the box to the quest board, and then teleported from the quest board to the ready up area. So, yeah, I'm not doing that anyway. Well, too late, he's kicked anyway. I was going to kick him no matter what. You can take advantage of this open spot, or you don't have to, that's up to you. Yeah, it does have a bit of a gun lance look to it, doesn't it? The Brachydios gun lance is also a really cool design, but it is interestingly thinner than this. I do have the Brachydios gun lance. No, he had terrible fucking connection to us. Were you joining Blue Barn? If not, then I'll keep this guy in. Hi, says Maria. Maria. Keep him in? Alright. very well. Full Neset, but oh, Soul of Burner. Fire Res plus 15 and half hunger. Soul of useless skills. The very essence of useless skills is displayed in that fucking skill. Anyway. Half hunger. What a meme. I'm not having a go at the guy, I'm just saying Soul of Burner is garbage. Alright. It's probably on his talisman or something. What do you mean, just kidding? There's no need to joke about Adelkar being gaudy. Well, he seems pretty well set up for me. I don't think he's going to have a problem. And you also overestimate the difficulty of this quest. This isn't some difficult quest. Your confidence in this community is terrible. The guy will be fine. I hate fucking Silverwind. I mean, seriously, this is a double whammy. I don't want to do Soulseer or Silverwind. Those are two of like 3 deviants that I don't want to do, and I'm doing a quest with both of them right now. Seriously. It's my lucky day. So I think my blast value is 34 here, which is pretty good. This is just a good, well-balanced weapon. It's got good white sharpness. It's sitting on what I believe to be... Oh no, I'm using guild style. Oh no, that's not guild style. That's how counters work in this game, I forgot. So if you do perform a counter, you will do that heavy thrust, even if you're running Striker with your lance. I'm actually going to attack the tail here. Wanted to either back hop or shield, did neither, and consequently was hit. Who would have thought? Well, Silverwind is a harder monster than Soulseer. Silverwind EX versus Soulseer EX? Not even a comparison. Could have shield assaulted that. I could have assaulted him. Oops. That wasn't what I'd call a successful attempt. Oh, well, apparently I can't actually counter that because it completely failed. None of that worked. Not even a little bit of that worked. That was a complete failure. Bugger off, will you? No. Can you just let me recover from your awful attack? You've made your point. Your duty today is to be a complete nuisance. Okay, great. You know what? I'll leave the area. How about that? You want me to leave the area? You fucker. Stop wasting my time. You're not going to kill me, so just relax. Or go home. Piece of shit. Alright. Let's do corkscrew jab. I'll corkscrew him in his fucking ass. I'll dominate him like a man. Fucking dick. Ow. Destroy his fucking masculine dignity. Alright. Right in your fucking anus. Hope you're ready, mate. You're never gonna sit down ever again. Don't walk in my town like you own the place. Get fucking corkscrewed. Severe, he just got a severe cornholing. Fucking dick. I hate this monster so much. You don't realize how much I had to fight this fucking monster. I had to fight him not just for me, but for the guy who kicked Gaiden Hunter as well. We both, like, I've hunted almost 100 of these fucking things. That's one monster out of so many in this damn game. Oh no, the follow-up. Thankfully it was going in that direction rather than towards me. Otherwise it would have been spectacular damage. Oh, hello, Tagashi. That's good timing for you to show up when I'm talking about cornholing. I'll tell you what. So you appear before I've even mentioned anal penetration. You can smell it before it even happens. You pre-smelled the discussion. Yeah. Look at how he just so quickly jumps over there. I feel like this hunt alone is taking too fucking long. We've absolutely beaten on him. We've unloaded on him. And I never actually lost sharpness, which is good. But I'm making sure that I'm up to maximum. Not that I need Silverwind stuff, but let's carve. Got a shiny and a sliced or severed tail over there. Could say sliced, that's fine, but severed is a bit more clear. Sliced can refer to something that hasn't been separated from the whole, whereas severed by definition must be something that has been separated from the whole. Thank you, Doomlink. Okay, so Solcia is likely, yeah, in Area 4. You think Solcia is harder than Silverwind? No, I don't think so. Solcia hits harder, but he's much more predictable, I think. Well, maybe not predictable. I think they're both predictable, but I find myself getting caught by Silverwind a lot more. Oh, no. Do. No. This is not good. I'm bouncing off those bloody claws and I don't even intend to hit them. Shouldn't be trying to counter that. Should just be shielding it like a normal person. It's not to say I was acting in an abnormal fashion. But it is to say that I was doing a bit of a fancy maneuver, as opposed to a standard one. I don't know why I'm attacking the tail, it's the closest thing. And I know I'm not going to bounce off it, so I'll do that. Yeah, that's the thing with the Deviant fights as well. Having to listen to the same fucking theme the whole time. There are some Deviant quests that have different themes, like Bloodbath Diablos and other such Deviants, but yeah, having to listen to that same music is so fucking annoying. You get sick of it when fighting one Deviant over and over and over again from high rank to EX, but times that by however many Deviants there are in the game and you're gonna go fucking nuts pretty quickly. I will wait to use Corkscrew Jab. That I shall. I'll be attacking the back legs, thank you. I was hoping to hit the head then. I almost got him. That would have been fun. There we go. Even if I've got no stamina left, at least I blocked all of it. That's what's important. That's the second time I've seen... I think that's the second time I've seen Autonomic die from a beam. Maybe not die, I think I saw him get hit last time. I don't know, it just seemed like deja vu. Which is not to suggest anything in particular. We all die. I died twice in fucking Crimson Fatalis before. So don't worry about it, I'm not making a point of that sort. Oh, look at that. Successful flashing of all the Jaggy. Sorry guys, but it's for your own good. Stay out of the fight. You will die needlessly. I can't fucking see what's going on. Still waiting for a good time to use Corkscrew Jab. The thing with Corkscrew Jab is it's not worth doing it if you aren't entirely sure that you will succeed in hitting the monster, because you're better off just only doing it once rather than charging it up. Well, charging it up twice only to miss twice, you know. And if you didn't really quite understand the thrust of what I just said, then don't worry about it. I could have explained it better. I'm dealing a lot of damage through my shield, you know. Oh yes, I should actually sharpen up now that I think about it. God, he launches himself pretty far, doesn't he? Check that out. I only barely managed to avoid that. I wanted to chase him with Shield Assault, but I'd probably run out of the Shield Assault animation. Well, I mean, I might have been able to catch up to him if I was really aggressive about it, but I wanted to carve this tail anyway. Have I ever been backseating in a video game? Not really. Only with the friend that I got into Dark Souls. Ow. And basically, and a few people actually. Was running through the game with Ethan and effectively backseating, as you described it. The claws have been broken, so I guess now I'm not bouncing. Unless I... No, I wasn't. I definitely didn't have fucking blue sharpness when I was first attacking the claws accidentally, so... Oh, great timing for a paralysis. Not. Not that that's anyone's fault, but yeah, that was fucking woeful. Please get on target. Thank you. I was worried that I waited too long to do it. I don't really want to be aiming for the claws. The claws are an elemental weak point, not a physical weak point. I'm continuing my forward movement so that I may continue recovering stamina. Oh, go away, Mr. Longsword, you fucker. I'm literally stuck between the monster and this longsword, Mr. I'm doing damage. And put that hook right in your fucking nose and pull your brains out like the ancient Egyptians did, you fucker. Alright. That was part of the mummification process. It's not like they were just doing that casually as a social activity. Hey, how about I whisk your brain up with a hook and pull it out your nose? Yeah, sounds like fun. But anyway. Are big blood slashing are good damage? I don't even know where to begin with what you just said. I don't even know what big blood slashing is, to start with. And, well, I said I didn't even know where to start, and then I found a starting point immediately following having said that. Oh. Getting tripped up by the Egyptian surfboard. Well, the scabbard is a surfboard and the blade is a fucking embalming tool. So, things that I would consider to be on opposite ends of a spectrum, really. Surfboard, embalming tool. Anyway. I'll do one more quest. And I've got a Soulseer 5 ticket out of that. Oh, that was a Gold Crown Small Soulseer. There you go. When you hit the monster. Oh, what you mean is when you hit the monster and there's like a lot of blood, does that mean you're dealing good damage? Possibly. That might be an indication that you're hitting a weak point. I hadn't really taken notice of that myself, but yeah, that sounds about right. I didn't realise that blood splatter would be more or less depending on whether you're hitting a weak point or not. But yeah, that's definitely possible. That's actually a rather novel thought. I hadn't thought about that. I don't think it was always like that, but it might have been. I feel like that would be a significant thing to not be aware of. It's kind of part of the game, really. It's like, how do I know that I'm hitting a weak point? You either... I mean, I suppose checking the blood splatter would be a way. That is assuming that... Oh, that was my 100th Silverwind Night Cougar. There you go. So that was... rather important. Now I can say, I've done 100 Silverwind, you can leave me alone with that fucking monster now, thank you. There's Exchanger again, baby. Sorry for using the gourmet voucher after you had eaten. Now, I don't know what you're talking about, Autonomic. I'm talking about blood splatter when you make contact with a monster with your weapon. Now, bleed on your weapon, and Juvenile is like, no. I don't know. I feel like everything was fairly well understood. I mean, only somewhere in the 70s with them is still significant. Like, 74 silver wins in, I was dead sick of that monster. Dead sick of it. Well, I don't know what we're talking about, Autonomic. I thought it was just weapons in general. Juvenator only said... Juvenator verbatim said, our big blood slashing are good damage, which, as I understand, makes no reference to dual blades. Maybe I was unsuccessful in translating that in my mind into a sentence that would actually be in English. But... Oh, we're doing Astalos. Rightio. Oh, you thought we were talking about Dark Souls. Well, I read DS because in the old days we used to call dual blades dual swords, which was shortened to DS. That's why I hadn't even thought in terms of you had written DS instead of DB, but I immediately comprehended that as dual blades. But anyway. And people in the first-gen community do still occasionally say dual swords, which is kind of nice to see. It's a bit of a time capsule sometimes, going to those older communities. Anyway, what am I going to use for this? I don't want to use hammer. I was thinking of doing it, and then I realised, no, I think I've twice now used hammer on an Astalos recently. Like the last 2 Astalos that I've hunted was probably with hammer. And if not that, then something within the vicinity of that, yes. So I will not do it. I will instead use Charge Blade. Actually, let's do Insect Blade. No, let's do Charge Blade. I don't really feel like using either of them, but... yeah, the one that I feel least... well, the one that I feel most inclined to use would be this. Nice, thank you. Daora's World Bearer. Let's see how many Saltseer I've hunted. I'm going to guess 40. That would be my guess. Saltseer. Let's see if 40 is right. Hey, I'm only 2 off. I had a feeling that it was around that. Lightning Wushu. Right. So, alright. This is just a standard Astalos, so we're gonna beat on this thing. Rightio. Maria's like, when's it my turn? And Maria's gonna find that no turn shall come, because this is my last hunt. Unless you guys want to stick around, but I won't be. Oh dear. Oh goodness me. Hey bro, another acolyte on the road to Hunter Enlightenment? What? Hunter Enlightenment. Did I just read that? Hunter Enlightenment. Because Hunter and N couldn't be more different from one another, phonetically speaking. So, to have Enlightenment become Hunter Enlightenment is beyond low level. That's actually sad. So, just, you know, given some feedback on the translators, maybe don't do that. Maybe don't do that. Anyway, have to shield this, which I failed to do. At least I wasn't hit by that. Huge Astalos. I'll take your word for it. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. It looks like a fairly normal sized Astalos to me. I don't know. We will see, but I'm putting my bets in for not even a silver crown. Or maybe a silver crown, but yeah, I don't know about this one. The thing is, Vernon's usually right about this stuff. I'm usually wrong, but I can't argue with with the way I see it, and the way I see it is that it's a normal size. But anyway. I'm a bit slow getting my charge up this time. Well, I'll take this as an opportunity to get red shield. Shut up. Trying to get in position here. No. No! Fortunately, I was able to get out of the bloody way. Again, Vernon, try not to do Wyvern Fire on the head, because Wyvern Fire is going to do the same damage no matter what. Only if you were trying to break the horns would that be appropriate. And Ethan has subscribed at tier 1 with the comment, I have an erect vena. Which, well, quite frankly, I feel the same way. Oh, I know that big wing swing. Wing swing. That is the official term. I like that. Wing swing. Energy blade if you don't mind. I hope that you don't mind, but I'm going to engage in some energy blading. There's another wing swing. I'm telling you, and that has to stick. Everyone here has to say wing swing from now on, because that is the official term, as ordained by myself. That's right. Whenever you see a wing swing and you're in conversation with a friend, or you're doing a commentary, or even if you're in the chat, just acknowledge it as a wing swing, because that's what it is. Thank you. Trademark. Thank you for that, whoever did that. You have my gratitude. I'm just innocently gathering a shiny here. I'm getting blasted into the wall. I'm gonna rip a shield you, Mayria, rather. That was a rather smooth evasion that I performed. That was an evasive maneuver to trump all evasive maneuvers. Oh, I'm heading to work, Blue Barn. It is not evening where I am, it's 11 in the morning. So, yeah. Welcome to the world of time zones. I'm heading off to work. So, yeah. I record at the beginning of my day because it works best for your time zone and many other time zones in the world. What's work for? I work in, I guess, technology retail, I suppose you'd say. And, yeah, it's good fun. It certainly beats working in a fucking restaurant, I'll tell you that. So sick of that crap. But yeah, that's a closed chapter for me at this point. That's a thing of the past. You were after Mayria. You were actually trying to wyvern fire Mayria. Okay, well, good to know. I'm not surprised. Wait, what did that end up being, by the way? Was that a silver crown, or was that a nothing crown? I'm guessing it's one of the two. It wasn't a gold crown. There's no way whatsoever. No way, no how, as they say. I keep reading Ethan's erect Vena comment. Nothing crown, I knew it. I knew it. Alrighty. I do thank you all for watching, and I will see you when I'm next recording, which could be this evening. I would say there's a higher chance of me recording this evening, as opposed to when I said that yesterday. I said, oh, I might record something later on. Well, that didn't end up happening, but I'm fairly confident that I'll record something tonight, but it's not guaranteed. You'll likely be asleep anyway. But if you're not asleep, if you happen to have a terribly broken sleep schedule, then I hope to see you there. But I will bid you all farewell for now. Bye-bye.